Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. And if you don't know, my name is Freedom, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you will follow up with my videos, and also hit the notification button so that you will be notified anytime I upload a new video on this channel, because I upload frequently on this channel. And I'm here to share sensitive story of mine and what I encountered with fake pastor when I was in Nigeria. And I can say this thing happened 9 or 10 years ago when I was in Nigeria. And I already shared this story on my Snapchat last year. And then when I shared the story on my Snapchat, a lot of people were interested for me to share the story on my YouTube. And the story was too personal, and I kept the story to myself. And also I've already told some of my friends. And I was just like, I really need to tell you guys this story, because I know a lot of people will definitely learn from this story, especially young girls. And I just want you to know first, I love God. I believe in God. I believe in God with the bottom of my heart. But I don't believe in pastors. I only believe in my God, and I believe in my Bible. And I am really here to share a very, very sensitive story with you guys. And my encounter with a fake pastor when I was in Nigeria. And this thing happened 2008 or 2007. Something like 10 or 9 years ago. And I am Catholic. My mom is Pentecostal. And I'm from a polygamous family. This Pentecostal church were having a crusade. And the church is not too far from us. And they were having 1 week crusade, meaning they will start on Monday and the crusade will end on Saturday. Because my mom will attend the crusade and my stepmom, I needed to also follow them. The church that they were having the crusade was not the church my mom or my stepmom were attending. It was another church, but because the church is close to us, whenever they are having crusade, you don't need to be a member of the church. People from outside the village, they will just attend. And I attended the crusade, me, my stepsister, and my stepbrother, my stepmom, and my mother. We attended the crusade. First day, that was on Monday, and it was a lot of people, tons of people, a lot. And this pastor, the first day, I want to try as much as possible to also explain to you guys so that you guys will follow up with this video. The first day, no vision. The pastor were not prophesying, telling people there is somebody here, this thing happened to you, nothing like that. Pastor said the second day he's going to see vision. He's going to pray over it that he will see vision. And he asked everybody, if you have something you want God to do for you, write prayer request. And they come in the morning and drop the prayer request. And then they kept one bus at the altar. You will come in the morning. The crusade is in the evening time, around 5 p.m. While you will come in the morning, something like 7 a.m. to drop your prayer request. You will drop your prayer request inside the bus. And the pastor collected their prayer request that in the morning. And then they all went home. But in the evening time, the pastor started seeing vision. Who is this person? Who is this particular person? There is one person here. This thing will happen to you. And people were just coming out. And you will see everybody will just be shouting, ooh, this pastor is seeing vision. No, you know how it is. You know African mentality. You know how we are brainwashed by fake pastors. And the people are shouting, oh, this pastor is seeing vision. Oh, see this pastor. See this pastor. You understand me? And that first day, the Monday of it, the pastor no vision, because now people dropped prayer requests. He took all the prayer requests. He read all the prayer requests that in the morning. Now in the evening time, the pastor is seeing vision now. I think you guys are following up with the discussion. And everybody shouting. The third day, the church, oh my gosh, a lot of people came, a lot, because from here we're passing it to other ears, like this pastor that is in this particular church, seeing vision. You will just go there, the pastor will tell you your problems. Who is Daniel? Daniel, come here, this thing, you will go to Europe. Who is Moses? Moses, come here. You are looking for a child. During the crusade period, that 1 week crusade period, the pastor was staying in front of our house, like opposite our house. To cut the story short, Tuesday, Wednesday crusade, Thursday crusade, the Friday of the crusade, the pastor said, if you want God to do something for you, you can also write a prayer request. That Friday of it, my brother was passing through stress that time. And then when I was writing the prayer request in front of our house, and the pastor took a bike and just passed. And the pastor just bent his bike towards our house, and the pastor just came in front of me. I always see people calling Pentecostal churches like daddy. Then I was just like, oh daddy, I was on my knee, daddy, oh daddy, pray for me, daddy. And the pastor was just like, coming to crusade, are you attending this crusade? I said yes, I was there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today is Friday now. And the pastor said, what are you doing? I said, I am writing the prayer request you requested. I am writing it down. He said, okay, fine. I told you guys earlier on that the pastor is living opposite our house. And the pastor said I should follow him with the prayer request that he's going now, that I should bring the prayer request. The pastor went after 10 minutes. When I got to the pastor's house, I was with my prayer request he said I should bring along. And I just went in. I saw everywhere silent. I knocked the door. And the pastor just said, come in. And I opened the door. I saw the pastor were almost naked. That the pastor is only with a bossa, chewing gum, chewing bubble gum, with a white bossa. And the pastor lay down with his tummy on his bed. I was shocked, and I was having like automatic sweat. I was confused, just like stuck in one place. I could not move my first leg off, move my second leg. It was just come in. I was shocked. And then there was another chair. The pastor were having only one chair beside his bed. Rubber chair. And the pastor were with a Bible. And the pastor said I should sit. And then I sat down on the white chair that was like close to the pastor. I was shaking. And the pastor said, I shouldn't shake. Give me your prayer request. I gave him the prayer request. He started reading my prayer request. Oh my gosh. The pastor was just reading my prayer request. My mind then, I was just like, this is weird. And as a teenager, young, I was thinking, am I dreaming or this is real? And after reading my prayer request, and the pastor, I said before, the pastor is just with a bossa, chewing gum, no t-shirt, no singlet, only white short bossa, very short. After that, the pastor said I should close my eyes. And I closed my eyes. The pastor said, in Jesus' name. Before I could reply, amen. The pastor grabbed me like this. Pastor just dragged me to himself and said, kiss me as a daddy, kiss me as a daddy, I will kiss you as a daughter. Kiss me as a daddy, I will kiss you as a daughter. Then I said, Pastor, I don't know. The thunder of God, just like the power I was having in me, I just said, Jesus, like I flinged my two hands, I pushed the pastor, I ran. When I was getting to our house, I was shaking. I was sad. I was crying. I said, God, who will believe this? Who will I tell this? Will I be bold enough to tell this to my parents? Will I be bold enough to tell this to my mother? If I tell my mother this, will she believe me? If I tell my friends this, will they believe me? Who will believe this? Then I went to my stepsister. I said, my stepsister, I said, look at what happened to me. I said, look at what happened to me. 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 My stepsister said, I understand you are my sister. I understand you. Calm down. calm down. What happened? What happened? I say, it's pastor, this pastor, Pastor Okoje, that is having crusade. Pastor Okoje. And my sister said, don't mention. This pastor have been rubbing her breast since morning. This pastor told my stepsister that people are about to shoot native bullets on her breast. The pastor told my stepsister to remove her clothes. My stepsister removed her clothes, and the pastor started using anointing oil to rub her breast. Stepsister were molested by this pastor. I could not stop shouting. I said, God, it happened to you. When my stepmother, they knew nothing. When they were going to the crusade, they said, are you guys not coming? I said, I'm not coming. And my stepsister said she is not going with them. And then we stayed at home. I was still devastated of what happened. And the following day, that Saturday of it is the last day. My mind were just telling me, I really need to expose this pastor. I will expose this pastor. I want to go to the church. I will just stand at the front of everybody. I will just tell everybody what this pastor done to me. I told some of my friends around. One girl that said the pastor invited her. They watched blue film together. That the pastor, this same pastor invited her that they watched porn together. And the Saturday of it, I said I must go and expose this pastor. Me and my sister, we went to the church. That Saturday, the last day of the crusade, the last day that the pastor will go back to him. If the pastor say, stand up, I will sit down. If the pastor says, sit down, I will stand up. Expecting people to react. If people react, then I will be bold enough to go out and explain to congregation. Not much guests came that Saturday, the last day of the crusade. Meaning, he molested all the young guests in the church. They were all molested. A lot were molested. The pastor noticed me. The pastor noticed the way I was just like staring at him. The young guests were afraid to come out. And then I think they were all expecting one person to just be out. And while the rest will be bold enough to explain. And I was just like, let me be the first to explain to congregation what is happening. That this pastor molested all the young guests in this crusade. When the pastor were about to round up the crusade, he said all the young guests in this church should come out. And all the young guests, they came out. And I said, I will be out. And I also followed them. I said, this is the opportunity I will just use to expose this pastor. Do you know what happened? This pastor told congregation to swear. He asked congregation to lay a curse on a person that we announce his name if he is done with this crusade. That congregation, like the rest, mothers, fathers, that they should pray against young girls, that they should pray that any young girl that will be out to expose him. Congregation, they started praying. Nobody. I was expecting the elder to just think of this. Why would you say mothers, fathers should pray and curse a person that will say bad about this pastor, saying bad about him, that congregation should pray and curse the person? And the congregation started laying curse. My spirit just weak. I could not speak. And this thing happened 10 or 9 years ago. But I am still dying in me. Why was I not bold enough to speak? Why? I think now explaining to the world, my mind, I am freeing my mind. I just want to free my mind. That is why I'm explaining this to you guys. Don't allow a pastor to tell your little girl to come and meet me. I will pray with her. Tell the pastor here, no. They are molesting. Pastors are molesting young girls. I swear. Pastors are molesting young girls. They are molesting young girls and they are not bold enough to speak. I myself, I am still thinking that pastor were having something like magic. Like whenever he does things, he will see your mouth. You will not speak. You will not tell nobody. Parents, beware of who you draw close to your little girl. People are heartless. A lot of people are heartless. Fake pastors everywhere. There are nice pastors. There are good pastors. I am not telling you there are no good pastors, but fake pastors are more than real pastors. People are using the name of God to molest people. People are using the name of God to brainwash the people. Please be very, very careful. I believe in God with the bottom of my heart, but I don't believe in pastors. Right from that time, I still have the shock in me. Don't allow pastor to brainwash you. Don't allow your little, especially girls, don't allow them to be too close to pastors. They will do things your little girl will not be bold enough to explain to you. He or she will be having it in mind. Till today, I've never explained this to my mother. Just imagine, except it's only me and my stepsister. Even when I went back home to Nigeria 3 months ago, me and my stepsister, we sat together, we started explaining the issue. I could see in her face, she is still sad in her. They will just ask you to come and drop your prayer request. If you drop your prayer request, they will use the prayer request and just see vision. People will think that they are seeing vision. Is what you wrote. I see now that people are worshiping pastors. People are no longer worshiping God. They worship pastors. They call their husband by their names. Why they call pastors daddy? Who does that? You are not even calling God daddy. You are calling Jesus by his name. You are not saying Jesus the daddy. You are calling pastor daddy. Pastor are not telling you God of me. They are not claiming God as if God is their own. God is not only their own. God is for universe. And pastors are no longer thinking that. It seems like they have their own personal God. The Bible said the devil came to steal, to kill, and to destroy. You really need to be very careful. They are here to destroy, especially our young girls. Oh, be warned. Parents, be warned. Sharing this with everybody, I'm really very happy. This is what I wished for 10 years ago, which I was not bold enough to speak. I just want this pastor to know that karma will visit him one day. Karma will visit him, and the karma that will visit him is still preparing, and he should be ready if he is still alive. My wish is God will expose. I know by now God already exposed that pastor, and I just want you to learn from this. I don't care if you put a negative comment or just to share with you guys, which I have done, and my heart is free. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.